Hello, my name is Sonia, and today I'm going to show you this really cool stitch pattern. And I don't know what it's called. I'm sure it might have a name, it might not have a name. And again, I'm terrible with names. As I've said in another video, I'm terrible with knowing names of songs. I'll know the song, I can sing the song, I have no idea what it's called. And I'm pretty much like that with stitch patterns. I'll know how to do them, but I have no idea what they're called. So, and again, this one is pretty nice on both sides, so it's definitely reversible, as you can see. And I like it because it's a nice flexible fabric. It has a nice feel to it. I'm actually making a blanket with this right now, and I've made a scarf out of this, so it's a fun little stitch pattern, and it works up pretty quickly. So we are going to get started. And you can use any type of yarn. I would recommend a yarn that's not like bumpy or fuzzy or anything like that. But you can use worsted, fingering, sport weight, whatever you feel like. And then just use the hook size to match the yarn. So I'm using worsted weight. And to do this sample swatch, I have an H hook, or a 5mm. So with this, you can work as many chains as you want. So that's nice. You don't have to really worry about, chain, like a multiple chain of 6 plus 2 or anything like that. You just chain however many you want to. So we'll work a chain, let's say we'll do 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we're going to do our setup row, and we're going to be doing a row of extended single crochet. So if you've never done extended single crochet, today is your day. So you're just going to insert your chain in the second chain from your hook, and you're going to pull up a loop just like you would work a regular single crochet. And normally if you would do a regular single crochet, you'd yarn over and finish it off. But there's an extra step with extended single crochet. So you're going to chain 1, then you're going to do your final yarn over and pull through both of those chains. So as you can see, it's a little bit taller, and you're going to keep going across, working extended single crochet. And I love extended single crochet for some reason. I think it's a fun stitch. I like the way it feels. I think it's fairly versatile. Some people I know absolutely hate it, but that's the great thing about crochet. There's something for everyone. There's so many different stitch combinations that you can do. So we're almost across, so we should have 10 extended single crochet for our first row. Alright, we'll do a quick count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So now we're going to get started with the next row. So you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work. Now we're going to work in the front loops only of this stitch and work extended single crochet. And then the next stitch you're going to work in the back loops. So all the way across, it's going to be alternating front and back loops all the way across. So there's front, back. You just do that all the way across. And now we're in our last stitch. Okay, so we worked front and back loops all the way across. Now what you need to remember when you do your next row, we're going to chain 1. So whatever you ended up on for your last stitch, so I ended up working in my back loops here. So then when you turn your work, you'll know that you need to work in this stitch in front loops. So if this stitch happened to be front loops, then your first stitch would be back loops. So it's just reversed. So chain 1, turn. So now you can see that it looks like it's in the front loop, so I know that I need to work in that front loop there. So I'm going to go front loop, back loop, all the way across. So that's just something that you need to be mindful of when you're doing this stitch pattern, because it will look a little bit different if you do it the other way. So like this one, it looks like it's in front loop, so if I worked in back loops here, it actually would create a different stitch pattern. So we just do that all the way across. So I've worked, this is an even amount of stitches, so generally if it's an even amount, then you don't have to worry it's going to match up perfectly. But if you were making something, let's say we had 11 stitches, so then there would be, so it's front, back, all the way across. So if, let's say there was 11, so I worked back loops here, then my next stitch would be a front loop. So then I would need to know, and just be mindful of that, and when I would turn my work, then my first stitch would be in back loops. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. We'll work one more row, and I know that I need to work in front loops because I ended with a back loop. And you just go all the way across. So this is a nice quick and easy stitch pattern that creates a neat texture. I like it because you don't have to think too hard to do it. You know, you could be watching a movie or something and you could pretty much pay attention to the movie and just zoom along on your project here. Some stitch patterns are more involved and you really have to pay super close attention to make sure you've done it correctly, where this one, you know, you don't have to pay that close of attention. Alright, so then you would chain 1 and turn, and then again I'd work in front loops. So that is how you do this stitch pattern. Thank you so much for watching.